So the next thing I can think of to do is let's go on the warp receiver, warp over. Okay, or not. We'll do that another day. There are plenty of warp receivers in the solar system. And I just hit a big chunk of rock and another chunk of rock. Okay, new loop. Hello everyone and welcome back to Astrophysicist Plays Outer Wilds. I'm excited to get back into the game today. I think we're almost done exploring everything there is to see on Brittle Hollow. The only thing we couldn't figure out how to get to before was the Black Hole Forge, but I've got a few ideas about that, and we can take off most of them today. The only idea we maybe couldn't do is if there's like some secret passage or something that we learn about somewhere else. But before we get into that, let's check in with the ship computer. Okay, a bunch of new stuff here. So let's just go over what we found since the last time we checked as a bit of a refresher on what we found. So, Quantum Moon. I was able to land on the surface of the Quantum Moon. Okay, nothing much more there. Quantum Shrine, yes. A Nomai shrine that wanders about the Quantum Moon. You have recalled the rule of quantum imaging is inscribed next to a mural of a tower on an island. Yeah, because we need to use that rule to land at all on the moon. Otherwise, when we went through the cloud cover, we would lose sight of it and it would jump away on us. Recall the rule of quantum entanglement is inscribed next to a mural of a quantum shard in a cave. So we haven't learned that in the game. I know what quantum entanglement is in real life, but that doesn't seem to really help us in the game, and it's probably what they're doing with it is something different. Recall the rule of the sixth location is inscribed next to a mural of a tower hanging above a black hole. So that one we found in the tower in Brittle Hollow, which is that if you want to exit the moon to visit the sixth location that it goes to, which is presumably orbiting the eye of the universe, you have to wait until the shrine gets to the North Pole and exit from there. Or you have to enter the shrine on the North Pole. Yeah, we'll figure that out. So we have to get the quantum entanglement knowledge, which comes from a quantum shard in a cave. Sixth location that is off, and there's still one more quantum signal. So we can track that down. I believe they mentioned it was on Ember Twin. So we can check there. Alright, Whitehole Station. Okay, yeah, more information we got. We found a pad on Whitehole Station, which we took with us. We were able to teleport back. We had to enable the station to actually start spinning so it would line up. We took that back, and that's how we got this information. The Nomai noticed something strange. Warped objects appeared to arrive at the receiver on Brittle Hollow slightly before they departed the Whitehole Station. This negative time interval between an object arriving and departing was incredibly minuscule, roughly 100,000th of a second. The Nomai were skeptical if their equipment could even measure time to such a small degree. Yeah, we talked before about how that's quite possibly a quirk of the measurement system, like happened in real life when they were trying to measure the speed of some neutrinos, and the calculation came that was faster than light, but it turns out one of the clocks just wasn't synchronized correctly. Okay. High Energy Lab. The negative time interval measured at the Whitehole Station was further investigated at the High Energy Lab in the canyon at Ember Twin's equator. Okay. Then down here, Black Hole Forge. The Black Hole Forge is suspended below the Hanging City. I found a switch in the Meltwater District that raises and lowers the forge. The Black Hole District is the highest district in the Hanging City. A Nomai named Poke planned to create a new advanced warp core in the Black Hole Forge. So that was the place we were trying to get to. The elevators, in quotation marks, that we were using to go up and down the city were broken off before the highest level, which prevented us from getting up there. So we're gonna have to, and the Black Hole Forge seems to only have two states. One is way down in the black hole, which is probably too dangerous to get to, and the other is up on the top level. So there are a few ideas I have of how to get there, and we'll go through those today. And failing everything else, we'll just search around the rest of the game for a hint. Okay, the Hanging City. A Nomai city suspended beneath Brittle Hollow's northern glacier. The city is divided vertically into 4 districts. I found a switch in the Meltwater district that raises and lowers the Black Hole Forge. The Nomai debated how to obtain the powerful, highly advanced warp core required for the Ash Twin project. Yeah, I think we still don't fully understand what the Ash Twin project is. The Nomai traveled to this solar system in pursuit of a signal from something older than the universe itself. They named the source of this signal the Eye of the Universe. Okay, anglerfish fossil. The Nomai learned how to evade anglerfish, theoretically at least, by studying an anglerfish fossil they found on Ember Twin. So the anglerfish hang out in Dark Bramble, so it'd probably be a good idea to go to Ember Twin and find that fossil first before we head to Dark Bramble. Okay, escape pod. One of 3 Nomai escape pods landed somewhere on the Hourglass Twins. Yeah, we found out when we were in the Hanging City that the Nomai arrived on a vessel here. It got into trouble, crashed in Dark Bramble, sent off 3 escape pods. Well, let's just read the text here, yeah. The Nomai warped to the solar system in a spaceship called the Vessel. They were attempting to follow a signal from the Eye of the Universe. The vessel crashed somewhere in Dark Bramble. The vessel's warp core broke when the ship crashed in Dark Bramble. And then Mural, Nomai, so let me just zoom in. Mural panel 1, a mural of a Nomai vessel encountering a signal. Panel 2, a mural of Dark Bramble ensnaring the Nomai vessel. Panel 3, a mural of 3 escape pods evacuating the Nomai vessel. And this actually shows where the 3 escape pods went. One got caught in Dark Bramble, didn't make it out. One ended up on Brittle Hollow, and one on Ember Twin. And we found the one on Brittle Hollow. I think that's escape pod 1 here. One of 3 Nomai escape pods that crashed on our solar system. Still more to explore. I thought I'd found everything. I keep going back to that one and finding more. So I wonder what's left there. Old settlement. The Nomai constructed a temporary settlement beneath their crashed escape pod. The Nomai worked together to recall an eye-shaped signal they encountered while aboard the vessel. The signal was somehow older than the universe itself. The Nomai decided to call it the Eye of the Universe. The Nomai abandoned this settlement over growing concerns about its stability. And then escape pod 3. One of 3 Nomai escape pods never made it out of Dark Bramble, and one landed on the Ember Twin. Okay, so there is more to find at that escape pod. I'm not sure how much I'll put into looking for it, but if we end up stumped somewhere else, we can always come back and figure out what that is. Let me just skim around. Anything else in map mode? Okay, not seeing anything else. So I think we can we lock on from here to... So, mark location on HUD. So where do we want to go? We want to go to the Northern Glacier. Okay, so I think hopefully that'll let us lock on and we can go directly there without having to find it in the map, but we'll see. Or at least that'll point it out to us, and then, yeah, then we can lock on like that. So, we also... Ooh, no. Okay, autopilot betrayed us. You know what, this is so quick. I'm just gonna restart the loop. Be right back. Okay. Autopilot has not yet betrayed us this time, but I'm keeping a close eye on it. Yeah, you might remember way back in the intro, they were talking about how the autopilot doesn't have any collision avoidance in it, so you've got to be a bit careful. But it did look like we had a clear shot, but I think we weren't quite out of Timberheart's gravity. Okay, so to the Northern Glacier, and then we'll go through the shortcut we found, which is kind of in the middle of this glacier lake. So I'm going to land kind of beside it. So in case we have to warp back for any reason, the ship will be nearby. Okay, good. We are suited up. And just to check, this should be stable, but surface integrity 100%. Okay, we're in no risk of falling here. Alright, now we just need to find that secret entrance which takes us straight to the Hanging City. Now, it is somewhere in here. I remember. Yes, there we go. So this takes us straight to the Meltwater District of the Hanging City. Okay, here we are. Much easier than going around. And yeah, we've already looked at all the text here, so we don't need to go through that again. We just need to find our way to the switch which toggles the location of the Black Hole Forge, which I believe is down here. Black Hole Forge controls, yes. Okay, here we are. So, the first option is leave the forge down there, hop on top of it, get inside it, which we might be able to get inside. It does look like it might be far enough from the black hole, but we wouldn't be able to explore the Black Hole Forge district that way. The other option is move it up, and then while it's going up, we run around and jump on top of it, using the jetpack to maneuver over, ride it up, and then get inside. And, you know, if it's down there, I'm not sure we even can get inside. I don't know where the opening is. Maybe it only opens when it's at the top. So let's see, how quickly does it rise? Is it plausible? So 1001, 1002, 1003, it's gonna be tight. We've got like 3 seconds. Okay. Yeah, riding it up might work. I'm just gonna try running around. See how close we get. Oh, no, reset. Yeah, if we turn it around, we might get a bit more time as it's turning. Ooh, that is going to be tight if it's at all possible. Okay. That jumping on it is going to be risky. I'm not saying impossible, but tricky. Alright, so... well, we've got our ship near the warp, so let's go through the options. Option 1 is maybe get inside it when it's down. There might be controls inside to bring it up, but... yeah, looking at it from here, it doesn't look like there are any controls. Okay. So, option 1, get inside when it's down. Option 2, move it up, jump on top, get up. Yeah, maybe. Option 3, now that the planet's broken up a little. Oh, okay, we're taking a trip through Whitehall Station. Yeah, I should watch my feet better. Okay. While I get back there, I'll just talk through the options I have in mind. So, option 3 is now that the planet is broken up a little, I'll get in my ship, fly around, and fly up to the Black Hole Forge district. So I've got the forge up right now. So once I warp back, I'll be right near the ship. And let's give that one a try next, because it looks like jumping while it's coming up is going to be very tight, if it's even possible. Okay, give me a minute to teleport back. Alright, nice and quick. Okay, could have parked my ship a bit closer, but that's fine. Okay, so while we're on site, I'm gonna see if I can mark the Black Hole Forge district in my map. So, Brittle Hollow. And Black Hole Forge. Oh. Let's see. Oh, I can't mark it on the map till I've been there. Well, I'll go Hanging City at least. That's the general area. That'll at least allow me to keep track of it once I get inside the planet. Alright. So, looking for a big giant hole in the planet. Shouldn't be too hard to spot. I saw at least one while I was inside, and yes, here we are. Okay. Okay, so now we have to get over there without falling into the black hole. Alright, looks like the Hanging City is built among a lot of stalactites, which is going to make it hard to get in there. But let's see, okay. Ooh, yeah, so these are the tracks that the Black Hole Forge climbed. Yeah, there it is up there. Now, do we have enough room to get up? We seem to be getting caught on stuff. The ship might be too big. And I did try jumping with the jetpack before, to not much luck. Luckily, the ship isn't getting damaged, at least. Okay. That's weird. The things seem to be upside down there. Can I just land the ship upside down? Huh, I can. Okay, well, this... I'm not sure if this is the intended way, but it seems to have worked. So they've got all the gravity stuff upside down here, and we were able to fly the ship right up to it. Alright, so let's have a look around this district. Okay. So these are the elevators. That's how the Nomai normally would have got in here. There does look to be a warp landing thing. So maybe there's some other place in the game that you can use to warp here. That was one of the ideas I had, but we don't need to rely on that in the end. And yeah, over here. Okay, so normal gravity. Exit to surface. We don't want to do that. And those go into the elevator shafts, which are broken off and don't come all the way here. Okay, not much interesting there. Black Hole Forge, north 40 meters, and for some reason they built this all upside down. I wonder what this is. Yeah, we've seen those things before. Usually they have, like, records coming out of them, but not here. Black Hole Forge, left 30 meters. And the warp point. So I'm guessing that warping here might have been the intended way, and I just wiggled my way in with the ship as an alternative. Maybe either way was intended, and you figure out one of them. Okay, yeah. Projection pool and wall. Do we have a little tablet thingy, a projection stone we can use? I'm not seeing one around here. Maybe it's inside the black hole forge itself. Oh! Okay, not good. Okay, I have to be really careful about jumping there. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have an easy way to get back to the ship now. I'm gonna have to reset again. Sorry, be right back. And I am back here. Now, as I was wandering back, I accidentally stepped over the receiving teleporter a second time, and it sent me back to Whitehall Station. So, if we're curious to figure out where the other end of this teleporter is, we might be able to just stand there and wait till it lines up. It might be like Whitehall Station and you have to explicitly trigger it at the other end so that it does line up. But if not, we can answer the question of figuring out where that goes to. But let's check out the black hole forge first. Okay. Well, you know, I've been critical of the Nomai shelves, but at least their tables are flat. They're not rectangular, but I think the flat surface is the most important part, so I'm not going to get on their case for that. Oh, so what are they actually doing in here? This isn't what I imagined a forge looking like. Okay, we got a scroll there. Somebody died taking a selfie. This is why you don't take selfies. You could just randomly drop dead. Huh. Okay, one of these statues. That's interesting. These are the memory statues. I don't think this one is synchronized, but they must have had a reason for putting it here. Clary, regarding the warp towers on Ash Twin, does each tower have to be perfectly aligned with the center of the astral body to which it's tuned? Okay, so there are warp towers on Ash Twin. That's important knowledge. So that could very likely be where the warp nearby connects to. And, you know, this thing on the left, which rotates, that probably shows when this, when Ash Twin points to here, maybe? Huh. Well, we can try it after we get out. It looks like it won't take too long. Poke. We don't need the alignment angle to be exact. It only needs to be within 5 degrees of the astral body's center. Of note, this gives us a slightly longer warp window. Yeah, that's useful. I imagine this window will last roughly several seconds. Poke. As such, any Nomai stepping onto the warp platform during the active window will be immediately warped. We will need to be careful around the platform for the duration of time it's active to avoid accidental transportation. Yep, been there. That's how I figured out these things go 2 ways. Clary, I enjoy precision as much as the next Nomai, but if, for example, a tower's base were to shift even slightly, that tower might no longer align with its astral body. More accurately, I enjoy precision as much as the next Nomai, provided the next Nomai is not Poke. Ah, good one, Clary. Okay. Okay, we got a scroll here. Root. Where am I taking this first black hole core? Black hole core? I wonder what that is. And where am I taking the remaining cores once they're ready? Are those maybe like early versions of the warp core? Or do you need to get many black hole cores and put them together to make a warp core? I'm just thinking, in real world physics, I have no idea what a black hole core could be. It sounds like something they made up for the game. The white hole cores are for the warp receivers. Okay, there are also white hole cores. Each of the 6 receivers are being constructed at different locations, so these deliveries will be a greater pain in your cervical spine. Okay, so maybe the warp uses one black hole core at one end and a white hole core at the other, and then when they line up, they create a wormhole. So that might be how it works in the game from my reading. So maybe those aren't related to the warp core. Or maybe the warp core uses the same principles. The tower designs in the high energy lab on Ember Twin. Oh, hearing about that again. We might have to go again. On the Ember Twin, reveal each receiver's location. Ask Yarrow. He is familiar with them. Clary. All of the warp towers are being constructed on Ash Twin, so the black hole cores will go there. Okay. We haven't heard much about Ash Twin so far. You know, there's the Ash Twin project, but not things on the planet Ash Twin, and the project itself was sealed off. But now we're hearing about all the warp stuff. So I'm guessing that to get inside the Ash Twin project, we're going to have to warp, and all the warp towers are being constructed on Ash Twin. With there is one warp between Whitehole Station and Brittle Hollow, but I'm guessing all the other warps connect to and from Ash Twin. So we could use there and see if any of the towers go anyplace else interesting. Like, this Black Hole Forge district was pretty tricky to get to without warping. So, and the Ash Twin project is probably going to be impossible without warping. So the other towers could send us to places that are otherwise trickier and impossible to get to as well. Okay, route. My gratitude. In that case, Poke, Clary, I'm leaving for delivery. I'll send Yarrow your regards. Clary, Poke. I'll return to the forge shortly. I'm going to catch up to Root and help him deliver the first core to Ash Twin, just to make sure Yarrow receives it. Poke, of course you are. Okay. Alright, we've got one other scroll here to look at. And yeah, even with their triangular designs, they don't fit perfectly into these shelves. Yeah. And see, it won't let me put one in. It doesn't fit. Can I put it in there? No, I can put it on there. Alright, let's see what the other scroll says. Poke. Of note, Yarrow believes he spotted a flaw in the warp tower designs. Namely, that one of the warp towers on Ash Twin will never activate because its warp receiver will never align overhead. Poke. Does your romantic interest think a warp tower's alignment point is its receiver? Does he not know that a warp tower always aligns with the center of its corresponding astral body? That isn't an unreasonable belief, given the receiver does have to be located on or in close orbit around the relevant astral body. Clary, no, Yarrow understands the distinction. He likely doesn't realize the Hourglass twins are so close together they function as a single astral body with a single alignment point in between them. So if I want to warp to the receiver close to the Ash Twins, so maybe that's how we get inside the Ash Twin project, we have to wait until the warp tower is pointing straight up at the point between the two bodies, which from our perspective on Ash Twin will look like we're looking straight up at Ember Twin. Okay, so that's what we're learning here. Good to know. I seem to recall that was your understanding of warp technology at first. Okay, that is useful information. So for the tower that warps to somewhere on the twins, we have to wait till it's looking directly at Ember Twin, because that'll be looking at the point between them. Oh, somebody else had a selfie stick too, but I only see one corpse here. See, they left their selfie stick behind, they survived. Ah, and here's the projection stone. So let's go outside and use this. Alright. Here we go. Let's do the wall first. Clary, I have good news, Yarrow. The advanced warp core is ready to be installed in the central chamber of Ash Twin. Poke, no it isn't. Yarrow, is everything well at the forge? Poke, the core's durability could still be improved. I need more time. Such a perfectionist. Clary, ignore her, Yarrow. The core is finished, and if my sister tells you otherwise, then she will be finished as well. Clary, don't worry, love. Poke is only nervous. The core is extraordinary, and her design work is beautifully clever. Yarrow, I'm intrigued, love. Everyone here working on the Ash Twin project is excited to see it. Pi is beside herself with joy. Okay, so it sounds like Poke did succeed in making the warp core. Good for her. See, Poke, you could do it. And that warp core got delivered to the Ash Twin project. This is the Ash Twin projection stone, and it is showing us those weird masks. So, as I recall, those masks were related to the holding the memories. So is that what the Ash Twin project is about? The Ash Twin project is related to holding our memories and sending us back in time? Huh. Yeah, yeah, I don't know where else, where exactly this could be. Maybe the inside of the Ash Twin project. Okay. Well, I think that's everything we are going to directly learn here. So the next thing I can think of to do is let's go on the warp receiver, warp over. Okay, or not. We'll do that another day. There are plenty of warp receivers in the solar system. And I just hit a big chunk of rock and another chunk of rock. Okay, new loop. Okay, back in our ship. Let's check the computer, read up on everything we've learned, just in case it points out anything important here. So, the Hanging City, I think, yeah, that's just the HUD marker. Black Hole Forge. A warp tower's alignment point is not its warp receiver. Rather, a warp tower always aligns with the center of its corresponding astral body. The warp receiver must be located on or in close orbit around the relevant astral body. The hourglass twins are so close together they function as a single astral body with a shared alignment point in between them. All of the warp towers were being constructed on Ash Twin, while the 6 warp receivers were being constructed at different locations. A nomai named Poke successfully forged an advanced warp core for the Ash Twin project. Alignment angle diagram. A diagram depicting the alignment angle between a warp tower and its corresponding astral body. Warp tower alignment angles are not exact, they only need to be within 5 degrees of the astral body's center. This results in slightly longer warp windows that last roughly several seconds. So it's interesting that they're pointing that out for us here. I wonder if that'll be useful, if we'll have to take advantage of the longer window somehow. Anyone stepping onto the warp platform during the active window will be immediately warped. Okay. Ash Twin project here. An advanced warp core was approved for installation in the central chamber of Ash Twin. So I guess like the Ash Twin project is in the center of the planet. Yeah, that's really going to be tough to get to. We're definitely going to have to warp there. Ash Twin tower designs. There are tower designs in the high energy lab that reveal each warp receiver's location. Okay, so if we get to the high energy lab, we can see exactly where all the other receivers are. Alright, let's go to map mode, back to Brittle Hollow. And it looks like, yes, there's more to explore near Escape Pod 1. I feel like let's just check off this, and then we'll be basically done with Brittle Hollow. Maybe there's something else completely different to find there, but I feel like it would be nice to check off one planet for completion's sake. So let's look over there. I'll skip ahead until I find something interesting there and see you in a bit. Oh, I'm just realizing here we've never actually gone inside the escape pod. So that's quite possibly what we're supposed to do. I could see inside through that window and it looked like there was something interesting there. But the question is, how do we get inside? And the better question is, how do we get inside without falling into a black hole? Let's see here. Well, they must have come out of it. Do they leave the door open behind them? These platforms aren't going to break under me, are they? Okay. I said, how do we get inside without falling into a black hole? Alright, let's have a look from over here. Yeah, I don't see a door that way. Maybe on that side? Or did we already look there? Yeah, where's your door? That's weird. Huh. Could it be just like... Yeah, maybe this is the door and they closed it behind them? I'm gonna try getting on top. Oh, here we go. This looks like a way in. Okay, yeah. So, I wonder what this is, like... I guess maybe it's like holds you in place while the pod is flying, and yeah, like one tube for each Nomai to hold themselves in. That could be. Yeah, I imagine that's what it is. You put yourself in the tube, strap yourself in place. Like, it looks like this thing might not have artificial gravity, so they need that to keep you contained while this thing flies. Ooh, what's this? This is like a different type of recording device, maybe. Okay, start at the top. Begin flight log. Escape pod 1. Vessel has been mortally injured. It's interesting they talk about it like it's a being mortally injured, not critically damaged. No. Emergency sequence activated. Awaiting departure from vessel. Launching escape pod 3. Launching escape pod 2. Now launching escape pod 1. Okay, so these are the records they retained from the vessel. Alert. Collision imminent. Preparing for impact. Scanning external environment. Scan complete. Minor structural instabilities detected. Pockets of breathable air detected. Adequate solar energy detected. Verdict, hospitable. Yeah, it's not the most hospitable, but when you make a crash landing, hospitable at all is the best you can hope for. What's this? Emergency escape hatch. Okay. Well, yeah, that's something new. I'm not sure if that's specifically what the ship's log said we still had to do, but it was definitely something new. Okay. So, what to do now? Should I just restart the loop to get back to the ship? No, it's not that far away. Let's go in, check the ship if that is what the ship's computer was telling us there's more to do. And if not, we can go back searching. Okay, let's heal up and stuff. There we go. Okay, computer. Oh, is that not it? Huh. Let's see. Oh, no, that did update. Okay. All 3 escape pods were launched from something called the vessel, which was badly damaged. Okay, yeah, we learned that other ways. It wasn't a big revelation, but let's see, if we just go to map mode, let's just double check. Yeah, okay. That was all it was, but it was cool seeing the inside of the escape pod, getting a bit of insight. Okay. Alright, where to next? Well, there's a lot to look at on Ember Twin. And on Ash Twin, all we've heard about so far are those towers. So I'm thinking for the rest of this episode, I'm going to go check out Ash Twin a bit. Get an idea of what's going on there. So, there we go. Going to the Hourglass Twins. So let's check out the towers on Ash Twin and see if there's anything at all else on that planet. Okay. Okay, do not crash into Ember Twin. Let's get an idea what these planets look like. So, okay. Yeah, so they're connected by a big stream of dust flowing from Ash Twin to Ember Twin. And yeah, you can see towers poking out of it. on Ash Twin. Ooh. Rough landing. Ah. Okay. So, this looks like one of the towers, though it's still pretty buried. We can't get inside. We might have to wait for the dust to clear up. Another one over here. Well, let's go into this one, have a look. And then as different ones get buried, we can maybe go inside or, yeah, see what's going on. Ooh, these are quite cool towers. Yeah, so a lot going on around this one. Oh, maybe did we wait too long? Oh, gravity's not too bad. We can jump up. Okay, good. Yeah, that's the elevator up. Okay, there's something at the top of the tower and... Ooh. Okay, oh yeah. I guess there's just not that much atmosphere on Ash Twin. So from the top of the tower, it looks like we can just see into space clearly. But this doesn't look like the warp point. So maybe the warp point is further down and we have to wait for it to get unburied. Oh, now that's interesting. Something close to the sun. Huh. Yeah, that's in tight orbit around the sun. That's going to be tricky to get to. Okay. Well, let's see. Do we wait here or do we see if there's another tower we can already get inside? Oh, it looks like there's a tower over on Ember Twin too. That's interesting. Huh. Oh, there's the big pile of ash. Let's see, how fast is this going down? It's actually kind of... Yeah, you can kind of almost see it. Well... Oof. Oh, I'm trying to decide. I don't know how far down the entrance is here. And I don't know if this tower is actually one of any use to us. That could be the one that takes us right back to Brittle Hollow or one of the other places that's easy to get to. Like, I think on Timber Hearth on the Addle Rock, its moon, we saw what I now know is a warp receiver. And taking us there wouldn't be particularly useful. Oh, hold on, am I about to get sucked up? Yeah, okay. So this tower, at some point, goes under that stream. Maybe this is the tower that goes to the receiver on the twins, because at one point it does point directly at Ember Twin. So I don't want to go there now. And if I put my ship in the way... Oh, well, we can always reset later anyways. Okay, what's over here? Can we get inside? No, that's broken. What about over here? Ooh, very low gravity here, okay. Ooh. Somebody died inside their spacesuit. Okay, here's the receiver. Oh. Open to the ceiling. This is not in very good shape. So this is probably the one to the Ash Twin project, if indeed it does go. Oh, there's another one. Huh. So I wonder why there are two here. Do these go to different places? I'm not seeing any labels. So the High Energy Lab was said to list all the receiver locations. So maybe if I get there, it'll tell me, like, which of these goes where. So, like, maybe there are multiple receiver points on the twins. Alright, what do we have over here? Okay, this one isn't broken. We can go inside. And, yep, another receiver here. Another door out. Yeah. I wonder if are all the towers connected on, like, ramps like this? Can I just walk to all of them? So I don't know where this goes. Yep, maybe the room is a clue, and all the trees around are like a clue this goes to Timber Hearth because there's timber nearby. Ugh. Ooh. Looks like I'm going straight into the sun. Okay. Well, if that is Timber Hearth, I don't feel the need to go there. That's just up on the moon. And I can get there easily enough. What about this one? I'm not seeing much clues here. Gravity crystals were found on Brittle Hollow, so is that maybe saying this one takes you to Brittle Hollow? Oh, something to read. Clary, here's our first delivery, Yarrow. 1 warp core fresh from the Black Hole Forge. Okay, yeah, so this one probably goes to Brittle Hollow in the Forge District. Root is installing this core's sibling on Brittle Hollow as I write this. Clary, I wish I could wait here for you to arrive, but the Forge and my unfinished work there is calling. I'll return with more materials soon. Yarrow, my gratitude, Clary. With this, the Ash Twin project is underway. Yarrow, I confess, I'm deeply curious about what you and Poke found on the White Hole Station that started this project. Could I visit sometime to learn more? Yeah, that was the time, going back in time when you warp thing. Clary, I recommend you do. The White Hole Station is the model for the towers being built for the Ash Twin project, so a visit to the station would be doubly useful. Yarrow, I suppose, more precisely, I would like to visit the White Hole Station with you, Clary. Oh, so this is before they got together. He's asking her out on a date. That's cute. Yarrow, stop using the scroll wall to flirt with my sister. In romantic matters, her density rivals a neutron stars. And go meet her on the White Hole Station. Clary, I'd be happy to explain our findings. Okay, well, we saw from the other ones that they did eventually figure things out. That's cute. Okay. Alright, so that one goes to Brittle Hollow. Oh, which way did I enter? I wish I'd been keeping track of that. Ooh. Well, I'm just going to stand here while that comes above, just in case this was actually the one to the twins. Yeah, it looks like that one might actually go above all the towers. I just don't know which one goes where. Okay, we're not being sucked up. Or warped. So this one doesn't go to the twins project. So let's keep walking. I think this is... Oh, wait, yep, I see on the mini-map it shows where I've been. So I came from here. So I will follow the big sucky pile of ash. Oh, yeah, I see one receiver there. So there are probably multiple warp towers. One going over to Ember Twin. Yeah, the gnome, I would set that up so they could easily go between the planets. And the other is probably to the Ash Twin project. Okay. So I wonder, have we made a full circuit now? Okay, is there a way to reverse this elevator? I don't see one. Because I think we've been up, but let's just go up. Getting down is easy. Okay. Another receiver here, a couple for Nomai. Yeah. Frustratingly, there aren't many clues here as to which receiver or which tower takes us where. There might just need to be some trial and error with that. But I'm going to see if I can go down, because it looks like there is more inside at the base of this tower. Okay. Can I get in? Maybe not yet if I can. Well, Yep, looks like my ship did indeed get sucked up, and it's over on Ember Twin now. Oh well. We can always get sucked up ourselves if we really want to get back to the ship. So, interestingly, it looks like this structure is not on that path where all the towers are. So maybe this isn't a tower or one of the warp towers, but is something else. Is this maybe part of the Ash Twin project somehow? Huh. Okay, well... Okay, I kind of lost track of where we were, but I can follow the mini-map back. 3 minutes of oxygen. We did see one room with trees. Oh, yeah, okay, we're inside now. So let's let the sand go down. And see if there's anything interesting here. It's quite possible that all this is an elevator, so that if the sand level is low, you can get back up and then traverse the towers again. But we'll see once it clears out. We've got a cactus here. Any interesting signals around? Quantum fluctuations. Where's the nearest one? Yeah, it's quantum moon unknown. 500 meters away. That's a bit further than the ship. So that's probably... There's something quantum on Ember Twin. Outer Wilds Ventures. And yeah, somebody on Ember Twin. Distress beacon. Also a distress beacon on Ember Twin. Okay. So, yeah, this is just the floor. If we go up, is there anything interesting here? No, just where we've been. Okay, that's fine. So this is just an elevator for once the sand level gets low, you can still get there. Now, can I make this jump? Yeah, the gravity's pretty low. So low I might go flying out into space if I'm not careful. Okay. Now let's get inside here. Don't want to get sucked up if we're unprepared. Okay, yeah, so there's no basement level entrance. Oh, running out of oxygen. Oh, and this is the one where the door is broken. Okay. There is something there. Is there another door? Yes, there is. Okay. We're in critical mode. Can we find something interesting? Trees. Are there trees? There are cactuses. They don't count as trees. Okay, reading pauses time. That's good. Yarrow. Some time has passed since I checked in with you, Pi. How are you and Idea progressing with the Sun Station plant? Sun Station. Okay, so that's probably the thing we saw going around the sun. Pi. Presently, my assessment is that our plan will either fail explosively or succeed explosively. Okay. I'm not that hopeful either way. Either way sounds bad. Idea. Pi, you know I don't find that funny. Yeah, I am a bit nervous about that. Pi, how curious. Raimi thinks I'm a gas, and I don't recall requesting that you monitor this conversation, Idea. Idea. I don't see what state of matter you are has to do. I don't say what state, I think there's a word missing. I don't see what state of matter you are has to do with this. And I don't recall supporting the Sun Station's construction, but here we are. Yarrow, hypothesis. Time spent away from the station would be beneficial to you both. Pi, I'm immensely interested in testing your hypothesis, Yarrow. No, here we go. Idea. That at least we can agree on. Okay. So, we learned something there before we died. Cactus is in the way. We're running out of air, so we are very likely to die here, one way or another. It's interesting. There's a definite warp over there, but I don't see any way to get it. Oh, we're dead. Yeah, it looked like the way was blocked by cactuses. So, I'm not sure how we're supposed to get to that warp. Well, anyway, I think that is a good place to leave it for this episode. We've cleared off Brittle Hollow and got a bunch of new leads to go on. So, I will call it here for this episode. So, thank you everyone very much for watching, and I will see you all again. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and click the bell to be sure you get notifications of new uploads. See you again soon.